let me tell you something, right? A lot of people say, well, you know, the education system failed the youth and that, but in some instances, the youth fail themselves. I know people will back up for it. But I was taking evening classes in Barataria Senior Cup. And they had a guy and one or two other fellas was having problem with some of the math. And the teacher asked the boy, yeah, what? Come up and work this sum. Let me see what's going on. And what he wanted to do was understand where he was failing and where the rest of them were failing in the logic to understand how to get the solution for the problem. The young boy started to cuss and get on and walk up and, oh, he's a big man, nobody can make him get up in front of the car. Ignorance. And it's perpetuated. Sometimes the parents tell them that, sometimes some friend tell them that, and it continues. So unless we don't get parents involved from early to train the children, then people will come and tell them all sorts of foolishness, and they will latch onto that, and therein go nowhere, as we are presently seeing here. Because you have things in place, but if you don't put yourself in place, it will bypass you. And then other people will come and benefit. Because we just can't have it there doing nothing.
Kola, let me ask you a question, right? Let me ask you a question here. So, what about in the case where you know parenting is a special skill? I'm sure you could agree with me there. You agree with me?
Boy, I don't know.
You don't know?
You need the presence of God, because you know what? He had no book to teach you how to be a good parent.
Right. But you don't think that we could that they should have more like more parenting you know, seminars and things out there that could assist people in that? You don't think that could happen?
One of the problems, are you a parent?
No, sir, I'm not.
Okay, well, let me tell you one of the difficulties with a parent, right?
Mm-hmm.
What works for child A don't work for child B. And definitely it ain't gonna work for child C.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're teaching somebody, this is what you do, and they have a child C, and the book is about child A,
right?
Guess what? That child failed. And that parent failed miserably.
Thank you,
because this is not something that you can just teach. What you could teach is moral. You could teach proper respect. Those are things that no book can teach you. But if you have morals and respect, it can carry you, that you can learn what is necessary for the rest of the way. Because just as what I said, the guy was disrespectful. Because he thought that is the way. He wasn't taught proper respect. So how could he go further? How could he learn?
I think you're raising some very important points there.
There's no book to teach that. A parent have to guide the children. Hey, listen, respect carries you. Education will get you there. But respect carries you, continues to carry you through. The only education is to reach you there now. But if you have respect, it will carry you forward. And that is what propels you, that people will continue to say, oh boy, wow, okay, we can work with this guy. He can get promoted because he is respectful enough that we can actually teach him something that he can become productive. But if you have an attitude of ingratitude, what can I do for you?
Right.
You will remain where you are forever. Yesterday or day before yesterday was a gentleman on the television saying that he's working for $175 a day. And that's too little bit because he has 4 children and that can't mind 4 children. He needs about 300 or 350 a day. But you know what? You didn't put yourself in here in that place. And yet have people come out of university with degrees ain't working for $350 a day.
Caller. We don't want to have to cut you, but please get to the main point so we can give another caller a chance.
All right. What it is I'm trying to say, right, is that, yes, all this might be good and whatever to put in place, but until the people do not access it, it will go to waste. And it's flat at the home.
Very true.
Thank you. Thank you very much, caller. You have a good day.
I agree 100%. I agree 100%. It's like what the point you made the other day with you can't take a child out of you could take a child out of the ghetto, but you can't, because even if you put a program in place, it doesn't mean that it'll go take. There are programs in place.
What I'm thinking is that a lot of people have an expectation that this is an overnight process. Even if it has been a program that has been implemented over the past 4 years, it takes generations to undo generations of work. Because this isn't something within 1 year, 2 year, 3 years got to this level. It needs time. You understand? For me, it's still in its embryonic stages. It still has to develop itself. It still has to, and so many other facets of it have to participate in the process for it to really have an effect. But it must start somewhere. Are we getting another call? Let's take another call. Good afternoon, caller. You're on the air.
Gentlemen, good evening.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good evening, sir.
I want to ask a question.
No problem.
Where does the teaching start for a child?
At home.
At home. All right.
Yeah.
So it starts, charity begins at home and it ends abroad, right?
Correct.
Right.
All right. If you have parents in the home encouraging the children to do wrong, what is the end result of that?
Well, if you have unscrupulous parents teaching the children unscrupulous ways, then the child will grow up unscrupulous.
All right. And then the chips at a fall where it may, because the unmannerly child will want to oppose the law.
Very true. And we see this happening.
And then the end result of that, I wouldn't call it mayhem, but it's just a sad story. Because too many times, you telling me, so parents are running around the house instead of running the house. Because you telling me when the day comes, these children not in school, they're not doing a course here, there, or anywhere. So you just allowing this child to be home, listening nonsense, doing nonsense. And 10 years from now, what that child be coming by? A ticking time bomb?
Because it's only a matter of time till the poverty really gets to them and they start to get frustrated, and then criminal activity start to plague and it start to whisper into the minds.
And then the so-called gang leaders
comes knocking on the door.
So, caller, let me ask you a question. What's your solution to something like that then? What you feel is the way forward?
Boy, the reform had to start with the parents, boy. And hold the parents accountable.
But caller, do you believe?
Too many times. What system people be talking about to blame the system? Charity begins at home. I have a 20-year-old son.
Right.
You feel like blaming the system for him? That is my responsibility. I have him under my wing. I run my house. I don't run my house. You have to abide by my laws. Fathers, all you need to step up to the plate. Don't set double standards for your children. Because you will be creating a monster of society.
Caller.
It starts with the father's home.
Caller, with regards to your response, right? Do you believe in the saying that you can't bend an oak tree?
Listen, kind words drive it away wrath. So I wouldn't agree with you 100%. No. Where there's a will, there's a way. I listen to somebody
Caller, we
who use obscene language to the Prime Minister, say he hate the Prime Minister. And I take a week and I transform that mind. I'm not even like the same Prime Minister.
What?
Caller, we're about to run into some ads here, but you're welcome to rejoin us after the ads.
Blessed love.
Blessings, caller.
Blessings, caller. Thank you so much. Fellas, talk to me.
Yeah, one of the things that I think I just want to highlight is the definition of what a system is, right? And a system is really a set of things working together as parts of a mechanism or an interconnected network, a complex whole. So even down to the parenting aspect of that is a component of the system, it is a microcosm of the system.
Yeah,
You understand?
definitely.
So the way in which you parent is part of the system as a
Based
whole.
on how they tell you to parent.
Yeah,
basically.
it's like thinking about it like a human body. You understand what I'm saying? Right? A human body has many organs and all of that, and it operates just that way.
Hold that thought for me. We're going to get back to that. We're just going to pay some bills. Callers, you're welcome to join us after these calls.
Talk your talk, but we know talk. Come talk with us. The Street 919 FM.
Hello, this is Pastor Charles from the Upper Room Ministry. Tune into the Street 91.9 FM every Wednesday from 12 midnight to 5 a.m. for a time of prayer and intercession. I want you to know that we are going to have a TIME time in the presence of God, lifting up our nation, lifting up our families in prayer. I'm looking forward to, my God, for you to join with me. Praise God, every Wednesday, praise God, praying for our nation, praying for our families, praying for our children. Join with me every Wednesday at 12 midnight. Tune into the Street 91.9 FM. God bless you.
This is Wayne Delamore, Head Consultant and Director of Natural Health Solution. With over 15 years of experience in clinical nutrition and microscopy, we specialize in early detection and prevention. We incorporate evidence-based nutrition and science-driven analysis. Tune in to our educational program every Wednesday right here on the Street 91.9 FM. For appointments, call 222-2189 or 304-5816. At Natural Health Solutions, we offer a natural solution to healthy living.
Join Wayne Delamore on Wednesdays from 9:15 a.m. to 9:45 a.m. right here on the Street 919 FM.
Sorry, faster speed is not in service.
4G LTE speeds not there for you? Port your number to B-Mobile's always on 4G LTE and try 30 days of free data, free WhatsApp, free call, free text, free web browsing, and free roaming data. Check us online or in store.
Too much trouble in your TikTok? Switch to B-Mobile for always on 4G LTE. Get a free 30-day trial with free 25 gigabytes of data, free WhatsApp, free talk, free text, and more. Plus, get 50% off your next 3 months. Check us online or in store.
But wait, who's sending me this text? Hurricane warning, be prepared? Denzel, stop washing the car! A hurricane coming!
Mona, calm down. We just need to prepare. We must stock batteries and candles and charge our emergency lights in case we lose power.
That means we have to arrange a backup supply for Daddy respirator.
Yes, and before the storm hits, we must unplug all our electrical equipment. If we need to evacuate, remember to shut off the electricity at the main panel.
Yes, because you know here does flood. Come, let us move the appliances upstairs, come.
Us, okay.
Wait! Denzel, don't unplug them thing with your wet hand, yourself.
Yes, Mona.
This hurricane season, when preparing for an emergency, don't forget your electricity. Geotech, the power to make it work.
Happy Hour is back at Jenny's on the Boulevard. This time, we're not offering 10%, but 30% off drinks. Monday to Thursday, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Get 30% off beers, Carib, Stag, Caribbean, Guinness, and Heineken. 30% off rum, White Oak, Black Label, Absolute Vodka, and Blue Vodka. 30% off cocktails, margaritas, mojitos, Jenny's Long Island Iced Tea, and daiquiris. Also enjoy 10% discount every Friday and Saturday on sushi. And guess what? Our COVID specials remain. Ask for specials on takeout. Specials include 12% off all government ministry orders, 20% off desserts. Choose from our famous Chinese-style express buffet, the American menu, burgers, ribs, and more. Italian menu, pasta, and more. Feel like dining? Our in-house dining is back. Visit Jenny's on the Boulevard today. And do not forget to ask for specials. Opening daily between the hours of 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Call us today at 625-1807, 395-3757, or 488-8800. Jenny's on the Boulevard for all your Chinese, American, and Italian needs.
Sharing your goals, helping you find your place in the world. Peace and gratitude, God holding your hand, leading the way, here for your needs, making sure that you succeed. Eastern's lending a hand, Eastern together, we're leading the way. Eastern Credit Union, leading the way.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Masters Radio.
Here's your opportunity to join Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly and guests as they lead in worship ministries of the Word and prayer. That's every Sunday at 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. and every Wednesday from 9 p.m. to midnight on the street 919 FM, where we deal with today's issues from a biblical perspective. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. You'll be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Your life and family will never be the same. You are welcome to visit our website, www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org. Like us on Facebook. Your financial support will be greatly appreciated. Church of the Firstborn Assembly, account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank. You can contact us at 753-1113. We know the streets because we talk to the streets.
Come talk with us on the street 919 FM.
All right, we are back. Trinidad and Tobago. This is the Youth Voice with yours truly, Splegs, Prezi, and Small Dread. Callers, you can connect with us at 342-0081. Connect with us on WhatsApp at 771-1791. Yet again, you can call us at 466-5391. And for overseas callers, at 718-874-3860. People, we remind you to join us on our live on Facebook at the Street 919 FM.
Yes, man. Yes,
Prezi. Yes. Offering some perspectives there.
You know where I was getting my perspectives from, though? I just want to let you know. One of the things I love to do, boy, is read, to be honest with you. And that's why I want to tell you all about Muhammad's Bookstore. At Muhammad's Bookstore, you can check out our specials on textbooks, stationery, school supplies, school uniforms, children's storybooks, puzzles of all sizes, and many more. You can query your book list and get an email when your books arrive. Bring Muhammad's Bookstore closer to you, as everything is now at your fingertips, as you can log on to our website on www.muhammadsbookstore.com. We have 5 locations nationwide. Areas include Tunapuna, San Fernando, West Moorings, Gulfview, and Port of Spain. Opening hours are 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Thursday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Friday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday, and 8 a.m. to 12 noon on Sunday. Call us today at our Tunapuna branch on 647-7356, San Fernando branch on 657-1012, West Moorings branch at 637-6551, Gulfview branch at 657-9613, the Port of Spain branch at 627-3341, or you can like our page and follow us on FB at Muhammad's Bookstore and Instagram Muhammad's Bookstore. So you know what we're doing afterwards?
Definitely.
Getting some books.
For all of our Android users out there. Technology just went a step further with the Global Galaxy app. The Global Galaxy app shows you where the hotspots are when looking for a good time, good food, or a place to stay. CMNS reviews, specials of restaurants, hotel, boat rides, plus get live projections of the amount of people in a specific club and more. Plus, you can just install the app and check into participating outlets anonymously to get quantitative live info so you know where to go. Download the Global Galaxy app today on Android and iOS devices. Technology is making advancements with the Global Galaxy app, where all the hotspots are a click away.
Yo.
We're getting some calls here.
Let's take a call now. Bring me in.
Let's
Bring
take
me
a call
in.
here. Ooh, we just lost that caller. Callers, remember you can connect with us at 342-0081 and again at 466-5391. We have a call here. Caller, you alive?
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, caller.
Yes, good afternoon.
Hello?
Yes, we're hearing you.
We're hearing you.
Oh, okay. Cool. I just listened to the press conference by the Prime Minister.
Right, yeah.
It was very good. I heard that there's something called the recovery community recovery. I also heard that Mr. Jamal Shabazz will be on it.
Yes.
Yes, so it is very good, but like I say, this is something that should have been done well since I think this was all part of the original 2020 vision. And I guess some people will not realize that Mr. Manning had a vision. And with all the situation that like rebuilding parts of the sport has been, destroying, getting rid of all those old buildings, locating the people. When Wisconsin was finished building, we can proceed to bring back the people in so they have a new vitality of life, right? Right, the part with the smelter plant, the rapid railroad, right? The programs that was introduced to the youth of them. Thanks to that program, we had a booming construction industry, thanks to hype, my lab, my part, right? OGT gate, But, like I said again, you can't force a horse to go to the well and drink it.
Right.
It's a mindset, and people have to, put themselves up and partake in the program. I mean, the Laventille Technology Center is right there, And I bet a lot of people outside of the community of Laventille going inside that technology to take advantage of the courses and the programs available. Right? They can't force people to have courses on it. I mean, it's a mindset. And, okay, if I can't get a job and you assume that you're being exploited, when you don't have anything to do, you could open up your own business, correct?
Yeah,
definitely.
And I believe they're going to call Netco. And Netco was want to help young people or people who set up working on that because they might get exploited to open up their own business.
Right, entrepreneurship, yeah, to encourage that.
So, this is where people who call themselves so-called community leaders, what are they doing all this time? Or people who consider themselves community leaders. If you're so concerned about, helping the youth, this is where you have access to the phones and them, and assist your people and them, and listen, if you don't know what's wrong with people, you don't develop yourself. I know that people have some who carry there's something called altar, or you know about altar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I think it's our mindset, like I said again, try to begin at home. And it's mindset, and if you don't take advantage of your that are available to you, well, boy, I don't know, you'll be left at the side.
No, it's definitely a work in progress. Thank you, caller. It's definitely a work in progress. And it's going to take a very long period of time to build and to change the mindset. Yeah, I remember reading somewhere once that it takes almost 7 generations for a culture shift or a culture change to happen.
This is exactly what I'm saying. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. It takes generation upon generation.
Yes, I agree. He mentioned something. He was talking about the individuals who were on the committee, the community recovery program, who will be established as part of the committee. And I just want to get let the people know who these individuals will be. So, of course, you have Anthony Watkins, and that's who will be leading the team. And on the team will be Hans Devines, Jamal Shabazz, Curtis Toussaint, Dr. Nyan Gatsby-Dolly, Nicola Harvey, and Miss A. Edwards. So those are just some of the people who will be featured on that committee for sure as well, going inside there.
We get our next call here. Let's take a call. Good afternoon, caller. You're live.
Good afternoon. And on the youth program?
Yes, you're on the right program.
Youth voice.
God bless Vernon with Cantal Jotin. I'm an old guy. I passed 3 scores and 10. Young and pretty almighty. But I want to say something. I want people up on that section. I come south. A young man to leave south and coming into town to work. The office was on Duncan Street. It was NHA in those days. I was a captain. Well, I was a but I started to do carpentry up there. And I remember I catching a bus in Couva. It was the 44, 48, 49, and 50. That time they didn't have this highway built up here yet. When I reached him, the laborers were found in that area. None of them was tradesmen. None. Then when they come with that toothbrush in them out 8 o'clock to say, we wish was 7. And I used to watch that. I said, but something is wrong in those areas up here. The most of the tradesmen, they were outsiders. Why can't we in the South, the African people in the South, I have that problem what they have up there? What is the problem? Something is wrong. And the problem, they had no advantage because the things that they put up there for them, we don't have it down here. What's point? What's all these places? Let me tell you only something. Listen to me. I'm a joiner, a trade. I work in a place called Felicity Shoguners, criminal qualification. 99% of that place is Indian people, have young men, jailers up there. These fellas catch crab, they plant garden, they build house. They don't have that problem there. Listen to me. Why they don't have that problem there? Unity, love, and understanding. Why all know you're hearing about guns and Felicity? Huh? Telling you what the polos and then all these things. But look, I could go through there. I had to leave up there because when I speak out, there was a against me. Let's imagine 8 o'clock. They come into work as laborers with toothbrush in their mouth. That's plenty they say. But God bless all the young men.
Blessings,
Bless all the better.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot for your contributions. I read in somebody Facebook comments here, and somebody says, guys, we have so many young girls who have not had the time to really develop mentally, and our parents, what can they really teach their children when they still think like a child? It's a vicious cycle. I have had experience where you offer parents workshops on parenting and they don't attend. I know of parents who allow their children to hang out on the block late at night. No control over them. If there's no structure, children will go astray. If you change the mind of one parent, then their children would change. There are people who grow in poverty and were successful. What you teach as a parent is what your child learns. When others come and try to make that change, it's problems because what they learn in the time spent at school is erased when they reach home. When you check the records, see how much help and support some children get from primary to secondary school. And I'm glad we're really getting into this because we're talking about the parenting. And we always talking about the parenting as being that primary institution. So in sociology, or anybody who into the sociology there, the parents, the family structure is always the primary institution where children pick up all the information that they need and that they require, and their formation comes in, everything like that. So I'm glad that we're highlighting these things, the importance of the parents. But and these are the questions that we keep asking and we're throwing out to the callers. What method do you take to change the mindset of parents to get them on the right track?
No, but you see, whilst the parents getting so much pong, and I mean, of course, as you mentioned, they're the primary institution. Parents have a big part to play in the responsibility and the condition of the child. When a child then goes to school, when they go to primary school, when they go to even secondary school sometimes, but let's begin with primary school, that approach to disciplining them, which all these scholars are talking about, the parents supposed to administer. Some of the teachers supposed to have at least the opportunity to administer as well. And then when having corporal punishment being removed from the schooling system, I think that'll have also a big part to play. Probably not just now, but you'll start to feel the repercussions of that in generations to come. To me, taking away corporal punishment and that approach of discipline, to disciplining the children, actually structuring their minds, demonstrating consequence, and demonstrating that when they do something wrong, you actually feel it. I believe listen to me, taking away corporal punishment has a detrimental impact. And you would recognize, you're recognizing someone...
Hold it there. You say taking away corporal punishment has had a detrimental effect? That's what you just said?
That's my perspective.
I think in the last days of corporal punishment, there were a lot of detrimental effects to teachers. Because a lot of teachers felt the brunt force of parents retaliating to their children being beaten. You know, a lot of teachers...
While you have that perspective, you will also agree then that corporal punishment and how to put it? You have some teachers.
Parents agree with it.
You have some teachers.
It was a good thing.
You have some teachers that may have had a bias towards certain children, and therefore when they are administering the corporal punishment, some of them may have overdone it. But taking it away totally, instead of at least teaching the teachers how to control it, how to administer it, how to be unbiased, how to not have a prejudice towards certain
So you're
children.
in agreement with corporal punishment, brother?
Boy.
Yeah, me too.
I can't say.
Agreement with corporal punishment?
Listen to me.
Why
listen
are you
to
against
me.
corporal punishment?
I explore both the absenteeism of corporal punishment. I also explore corporal punishment being instituted. I see the benefits in both. However, taking away corporal punishment have a detrimental impact.
Hold on. We have to always analyze the pros and cons of everything. Before we take a call, 'cause I want to go to the calls, right? I want to hear the people out there.
Go ahead.
But, you know, there are a lot of linkages as well between corporal punishment and what used to happen on the plantation. And I always believe in going back to the understanding of the plantation system.
What?
We had to take a
Here we go.
historical...
What?
No, we have to take a historical... Wait.
I want to hear you.
Let me hear him out. Hear him out. I want to see all the heirs. All the heirs that are tuning in from
Definitely. People join us on our Facebook Live at Street 919 FM. Let me hear you.
No,
Please share the live.
Let me show you. When you see, the thing is that when Massa was on the slave plantation, on the plantations, and regardless of whether it was slaves, whether it was indentured laborers, whoever, whipping and beating people was a method of discipline that they used to engage in, right? And we have seen the detrimental effects of this, because now this has trickled down, right, into our contemporary society as well, right? And we see people taking this up as a means of disciplining children as well, because this is what they would have learned there. And there are many connections and many studies. Don't feel like talking out there. There are many studies that actually link, right, this new the corporal punishment to what used to occur on the plantation system.
Now listen
to me.
When you abuse corporal punishment, it becomes like that.
Yeah.
Corporal punishment, if you give a child some licks for something that they knows to be wrong, sometimes that is all that is need to not do it again. Eh?
So you don't think that have other ways of discipline?
Referencing the Bible.
Other ways of discipline like what? Spare the rod, spoil the child. Are you saying that these studies are telling you better than the Bible will tell you?
No, but you're taking the Bible literally. It was not the Bible have a lot of figurative language inside.
So what do you think the rod was a replacement for?
We know getting in some discussion, but hold that thought. Let's Caller, you're live on the Youth Voice. Talk to me.
Greetings, caller.
Listen, let me tell you something, man. I am 76 years of age.
Right.
Congratulations.
And the last cocktail I get is with a bake.
With a what?
With a what?
A bake. A roast bake.
A rice.
No. You know, you see, Caribbean, West Indian parents are inventive.
The mother lived with cousin. I used to go to the school.
Right.
I was living down Philip. Right? The mother used to sell by Nelson School. And she leaves. She leaves and come home because she leaves my cousin to dress up to come to school, and she didn't see her some. And when she come, the bake was outside in the yard, fire and fire below. And she wrapped me. And she started beating the bake, and then she wrapped me.
But that bake can be real hard.
My brother gone.
Caller, could I ask you a question? That bake was stale or it was fresh? It was a stale bake or it was a fresh bake?
She lick up the top fire, the pan and top the fire with the heat, and she hold the bake with a cloth.
Wow. You get fresh bake.
You understand? That is the last cocktail I get. And let me tell you something. I can make a suggestion to all you.
Yes, go ahead and go.
If you get a senior citizen to come in and give the experience about the youth days on all the program, that would be nice. Because I could tell you, I was going to LCC school and I learned tailoring. And you see, on the opposite side of LCC school was a lot of trade schools, mechanic shop, joiner shop, tailor shop, and up in the end was older parlor, and opposite was a drugstore, and Chinook was always there. You used to go by Chinook and get not dollar, 10 cone, mash up cone in a bag, a whole cold bag.
Caller, we have to cut to some ads soon, but please go on.
You understand? In those days, you could get somebody to come in, a senior citizen, to give you some experience about the youth in them time. But the youth
I think that's a good
they
idea.
don't listen.
Definitely.
I think that's a good idea.
Thank you so much,
caller. Now we definitely going to take that up. Yeah. So, fellas, I just wanted to share something with you all here. You know, but I feel we'll do it after the ads.
After the break.
After the ads. Let me take a break. Let me take a breather. You know, and I'll come for you all after the ads. Stay tuned as we go in. This is, of course, the Youth Voice.
You talk.
Come talk with us.
On the street.
919 FM.
What are you sleeping on? Did you know that you may be sleeping on dead skin cells, dust mites, and bodily fluids? Do you suffer with aches, pain, stiffness, and other sleep disorders? Studies show that you should replace your mattress every 7 to 10 years for better health, better support, and a better night's sleep. Visit a sleep center today at Quartz and find the perfect mattress for you. Quartz, bringing value home.
Happy Hour is back at Jenny's on the Boulevard. This time, we're not offering 10%, but 30% off drinks. Monday to Thursday, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Get 30% off beers, Carib, Stag, Caribbean, Guinness, and Heineken. 30% off rum, White Oak, Black Label, Absolute Vodka, and Blue Vodka. 30% off cocktails, margaritas, mojitos, Jenny's Long Island Iced Tea, and daiquiris. Also enjoy 10% discount every Friday and Saturday on sushi. And guess what? Our COVID specials remain. Ask for specials on takeout. Specials include 12% off all government ministry orders, 20% off desserts. Choose from our famous Chinese-style express buffet, the American menu, burgers, ribs, and more. Italian menu, pasta, and more. Feel like dining? Our in-house dining is back. Visit Jenny's on the Boulevard today. And do not forget to ask for specials. Opening daily between the hours of 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Call us today at 625-1807, 395-3757, or 488-8800. Jenny's on the Boulevard for all your Chinese, American, and Italian needs.
Yo, this is a Big Mike, not the mass man, the health man. Are you one of the 40 million people suffering with joint issues like rheumatoid arthritis or osteoarthritis? Well, you are listening to the right ad. You have the ailment, we have the remedy. Call us now on 288-8301 or 346-2612.
Don't forget to tune in right here on the street 919 FM every Wednesday from 10:05 a.m.
Performance, beat all talk.
Technology just went a step further with Global Galaxy app. The Global Galaxy app shows you where the hotspots are when looking for a good time. Looking for something new? This app is going to resolve all that for you. It allows you to see a live projection of the amount of people in a specific club, restaurant, hotel, boat ride, and more. Showing you menus, reviews, specials, and much more. Global Galaxy is worldwide and allows business owners to upload their content, videos, memes, and menus. Global Galaxy app is also a very good marketing strategy to allow more traffic in your establishment and is available free for both Android and iOS devices. So, any user that downloads this app sees all participating restaurants, hotels, boat rides, and wherever you would like to go. Business owners just have to log in at our website, www.globalgalaxy.com, and register on the website. And you would have an admin section where you would be able to manage the visual of those who would be using the app. As long as you install the app and check into a participating outlet, gives you a prompt to check in anonymously. So please don't be alarmed. You would not be informed of whom would be at the establishment. It just gives you a quantitative live feed so that you would know exactly where you would like to go and how many people are there. Download the app today. Global Galaxy app available for both Android and iOS devices.
Talk your talk, but we know talk. Come talk with us.
The Street
919 FM.
News from the street, 919fm.com. Here's what's happening.
Good afternoon. I am Vanessa Thomas with the 3 o'clock news update on the Street 919 FM and online at Street TV. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley says persons who go on social media to threaten police officers are not helping the situation. He made the statement at a media conference this afternoon following protest action in several parts of Trinidad and Tobago. The Prime Minister is urging violent protesters to reconsider their approach against police killings. Fiery protests started Monday afternoon following the police killings of Joel Jacob, Noel Diamond and Israel Clinton in Mova on Saturday. And the husband of the pregnant woman who was shot dead during a police confrontation with protesters on Tuesday, Darren Joseph says he is trying to stay strong for the sake of his children. 41-year-old Joseph says he is under a great deal of emotional and financial pressure as he is now the sole breadwinner of his family. Joseph, who works as a vendor and does occasional odd jobs, says the incident has deeply pained him and his family, and that some of his children still do not understand what happened to their mother. On Tuesday, 30-year-old Onella Graves, who was pregnant with her sixth child, was killed by police during a protest in the Beetham area. Finally, a man was stabbed to death this morning in St. Augustine. He has been identified as 44-year-old Dial Supasad. Police say Supasad was standing on the pavement at Dookie Singh Street when he got into an argument with a teenager who pulled out a knife and stabbed him once. Supasad died at the scene. And that was the 3 p.m. news update on the Street 919 FM and online at Street TV. Stay tuned for major news at 4. I am Vanessa Thomas. Good afternoon.
Dreams, dog, chasing my dreams, dog. One Psalms a day beg Jah for guide me and my team, dog. Dreams, dog, chasing my dreams, dog. Rest in peace, Sky Blue was a real brother to me. My dog, I have set it, stepping at the skin, skull outright. Now me take off like rocket. You want try to pop it? No, but it's a box, put the brain like the boxer. Mom, me darling, with the big galley. Me no really business where you come from. You can't scare me, people love me. Big long broom, you know how we sweep these streets. I know. I riddle up your body, lie down. So you is a bad man and I cry now. 5.5, go to eyeball. In a long talk when we drive past. Pull up, boom, boom, blood from my glass.
Broadcasting from Trinidad to the world. The Street 919FM.com.
Good afternoon. We are sad to announce the passing of Helen Babulal, aka Dulcie, of Sayu Trace Granville Village, Cedros, who departed this life at the age of 58 on Tuesday, 30th of June 2020 at the San Fernando General Hospital. She will be lovingly remembered as the daughter of the late Jacob and Stella Janki Prasad, wife of the late Ralph Babulal, mother of Avina, Cassie, Vanish, Vinny, Antonio, Ashley, Trishan, and Rossi, grandmother of Maya and Jaden, sister of Marine, Rohan, Cinti, Terry, Winston, Jessica, Christine Eleanor, who is deceased, and Junior, niece of Lynette, Marjorie, Vera, Mary, and many others, aunt of many, cousin of many, in-law of the Babulal family, sister-in-law of many, mother-in-law of Bobby and Vimla, relative of the Janki Prasad and Sumasarai families, friend of Sistrin of many. The funeral service for the late Helen Babulal, aka Dulcie, will take place on Friday, 3rd July 2020 at 2 p.m. at the House of Mourning, number 23, Saifu Trace, Granville Village in Cedros, then is on to the Saifu Public Cemetery. Inquiries can be made at the Elite Funeral Homes Limited at 6483462.
issues in society.
If we could only get, as I said repeatedly, the sort of attitude that the population as a whole has to the entire carnival celebrations, if we could have that throughout the Trinidad and Tobago would be the richest country in the world.
The official station that defends the nation. The Street 91 FM. Real.
I want the truth.
Straight.
You can't handle the truth.
And fair.
I seek righteousness.
The official station that defends the nation. The Street 91 FM.
Rifle, dog. Yeah, see, yeah, we better than them. Yeah, we better than them.
DJ Redman.
Yeah, we living like the narcos. Cause we're real melandros. Every hot gal and want take off clothes. Cause we're real melandros. Big said like mangoes. Cause we're real melandros. Think I joke, try shirt from the narcos. But we're real melandros. New generation touchdown. Tell a boy enough. BIL, MIL, NIL fully locked down. Violate a hero. Send a dog them. On top of it, mad them. Any problem they solve them. Cause you don't know the lion and lion is them torment. We evil. But you bad. Whoa. Cause they're not bad like we. And they're not bad like we. BILAG. Don't take this lightly. I will run out on them with the pin. Militantly, why then instantly? News report, uncle said him dead in front. Menace from infancy. Real intelligent to make me get fully dancing. And drop the pumpy. Cause yeah, we living like the narcos. Cause we're real melandros. Every hot gal and want take off clothes. Cause we're real melandros. Big said like mangoes. Cause we're real melandros. Think I joke, try shirt from the narcos. But we're real melandros. Yeah, we make loud moves silently. Though we end with the sirens.
And we are back on the Youth Voice. Welcome Trinidad and Tobago. People, you can connect with us on Facebook at the Street 919 FM. Share the live. Call us. You can connect with us at 342-0081. Let's get into a couple of bills here. Change of hours. Eastern Credit Union Cooperative Society Limited would like to advise its members of the following change of office hours for all branches: Sangre Grande, Arima, Tunapuna, St. Joseph, Port of Spain, Shogunas, San Fernando and Tobago. Monday to Thursday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m., Friday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., and 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Please note that the Barataria branch remains closed at this time in adherence with social distancing protocol. We apologize for any inconvenience caused and encourage members to utilize call center online access by downloading our mobile app from the Google Play Store for Android or iTunes for Apple users, and our ATM link service, which are all available to maintain ample social distancing during this time.
Yeah, man. So, fellas, you know, as a man, like to stay up to date with certain things, and I find that this new Global Galaxy app, let me tell you all about it. The all-new Global Galaxy app is ready for business owners worldwide. Upload your content, videos, memes, and menus. Global Galaxy is great for marketing to bring more traffic into your business, and it's free downloads. Download the app to see all the participating restaurants, hotels, boat rides, and more. Business owners log in at our website www.globalgalaxy.com and register to get visible to everyone using the app. Download the Global Galaxy app on both Android and iOS devices.
You heard it right here in the Street 919 FM. Get the Galaxy app as soon as possible.
I hope you have the app, you know.
Listen to me. The first time I heard about the app, I got it one time.
Yeah, man.
We'll get into this here. Flamboyant until the 3rd July 2020. Flamboyant is now back to serve you next to 3J Supermarket on Monroe Road, 2 minutes from the highway. Get your tasty roti with home-style curry, crab and dumpling, bacon shack, and so much more. Call to order at 223-5200. I was stage, boy. When last saw the I was stage.
That is a staple.
Every week.
Well, we have it again tonight, right? Tonight on Iowa Stage, we have Panis Johan Chukari live tonight. So guys, tune in. Make sure y'all tune in to Iowa TV tonight so you could catch and bounce to a local instrument. Tomorrow night, Friday, 3rd of July, we have Calypso Night. From 7 p.m. to 8 p.m., we have 1 hour of Lord Kitchener music playing, followed by Sugar Aloes. On Saturday, 4th of July, with Snakey and Trisha Hamilton. And on Sunday, 5th of July, it's Comedy Cook-Up. Iowa Stage will be streaming live from Instagram at Iowa George, on Facebook, Neil Iowa George, and on YouTube, Iowa TV. This concert is free, but if you wish to make a donation to our guest, you are free to do so on fundmetnt.com. Don't forget to tune in and be a part of these dynamic series of concerts. Iowa Stage, one with the artist, supported by Tuco, taking care of business through our music.
Right.
Good vibes. So we're back, and of course we're talking about corporal punishment.
Yeah,
you know, before we
it's
took
a
the
heated
break.
discussion.
We were in a heated discussion, and you know, fellas, you know, I'm an individual. I like to go to the research, right? I always find that research is essential and important. So I want to actually just quote something from the American Psychology Association here. I'm gonna read out a quote. This is a quote from the American Psychology Association.
Enlighten us,
just to share
Prissy.
some enlightenment.
Definitely.
Right. So the quote goes: "Whooping children is not a cultural practice that Africans brought with them to this continent. Historians estimate that about 12.5 million Africans were shipped to the New World before 1865, and about 1/4 of the captives who crossed the Atlantic were children. Defined as anyone shorter than 4 feet 4 inches, the average age of captives were between 15 and 20 years at the beginning of the 19th century. The fact that the majority of captives were young is significant for our understanding of the evolution of child rearing practices. Bringing over mostly youth, coupled with the violent suppression of West African cultural practices, meant that the traditional African child rearing practices faded the same way African languages and religious practices ultimately did."
I understand that is research that was done and all of that, but I still do not see that beating a child could relate to all of that. Yes, people were beaten during slavery, but beating a child and being beaten as a grown man for sake of putting you in check or putting you in line with something that you know to be wrong or you don't disagree with, the two of them, they're not comparable to me. You know, to me it's like...
But we had there were a lot of... Because the common practice was to bring children from the African continent because it was easier to condition children. And it was easier for cultural erasure to take place.
So do you think that is what they are doing in schools? Or do you believe in corporal punishment at home?
No, I don't believe in corporal punishment.
At home?
No, I don't believe in corporal punishment.
So what would your parents really want to do you like that they want to beat it into you? To me my parents only beat good behavior into me and morality.
All right. So let me see if I can hit it a little bit. Oh, you want to Splegs, let me hear. Let me hear first before I go in.
I want to pay respect. I believe I think it's Tommy Joseph. You see, and he was saying you could either beat your children in sentences or you could beat them in words. And what he was saying is that back then they used to beat the children in words, and these days they're beating them in sentences. So he went on to explain. Back then it's like te yo do da Now you're getting beaten in words. But these days you're getting beaten in sentences. I tell you don't do that. Whap. What you do that for? Whap. So
what?
When I hear that, I say, well, wait now. It's a nice comical perspective, but we say that to offer some light on balance is important. You understand me? Obviously, there's a lot of validity to what Prezi is stating in terms of the harmful effects of the application of that kind of punishment. You know, when you're being abusive, when you're taking advantage of it in a certain kind of way. You understand? But we do know that in some households, in some domestic environments, a certain amount of violence can be happening, where you find that some parents are offloading a little bit too much on the children. You know, they're taking out their frustrations. They're projecting how the days went, and in a sense how they feel about themselves onto the children. You understand me? Callers, remember you can connect with us at 342-0081 and 466-5391. And please don't forget to share the live. Connect with us on live. The Street 919 FM. I see in a comment here.
Let me hear.
And I want to say a shout out to JQ. Parents are to blame outright. And for the parents, guardians that are sincerely trying to keep the child or children on the straight and narrow, needs to be consistent and definite. Yes, it is a tough job, but once parents keep being disciplined, they will reap the rewards. Prayer is an important weapon as well. Parents also need to renew their mindset. It takes a village. Yeah, definitely.
I'm going to carry on a journey, right?
We go on a journey.
I want you to go on a journey.
So, 100. Let me go on the journey.
You already go on the journey. Going on the journey. The journey now starts.
I pack my bag and let me go on the journey.
All right, pack your bag. Pack your bag. When you're packing your bag, I want you to pack information. I want you to pack knowledge.
Please share the life. We're going on a journey.
We're going on a journey.
Going on a journey.
Going on a journey.
Let me go.
So we put in the books in the backpack.
Yes.
We put in the information. We put in history.
Yes.
And we put in past practices.
That's
and we
right,
put in
in this
research into the bag.
That bag heavy, boy.
It is a good bag.
It's a good bag.
But we have the bag.
It's a transport.
And we're ready. We're ready to journey now with this bag, right?
Yeah.
With all this information here. Because you see, to understand the new methods and the new age of parenting and the way that we should be going forward, right? Of new way of discipline. Let me just call discipline.
Okay.
We need to have an understanding of the past. We need to have an understanding of other people's experiences and the cross-section of other people's experiences with the execution of discipline as well.
Definitely.
Right? And we need to also take our personal experiences, the personal traumas, and understand the personal traumas that we would have go through too.
There's preparation for this
There's
journey.
preparation.
Why you call it personal traumas?
No, because it's personal traumas. You have to understand.
Were you traumatized?
I was no when I asked that question. You know, I say I feel this man get too much licks.
I feel that way it is.
Let me go on the journey. No, let me go on the journey. Enlighten us.
Right.
Continue.
So I say, so I never experienced no trauma from getting licks.
No, I mean you get licks and you didn't want to get licks. It wasn't favorable, but to say like I had ADHD or something like that.
How we reach ADHD? I talking about the trauma.
PTSD. Sorry, like I had PTSD from getting licks.
Right.
It was not that deep. It was not that deep.
You develop a romanticism with the licks.
No.
I want to know what enjoy getting licks.
Because this man is talking about PTSD. I mean, come on. Is it that
That's how we make it song?
We were taught, you be making it song, so, but is it then that, walk with me here, is it then that we were taught so much to not make an issue about the licks, that we then undermined the significance of what the licks could have caused? Now, I'm not ponging the licks, I'm in support of the licks, but I'm saying some parents
If
of
it is
households
possible.
take it too far.
Of course they do. I see it for myself.
But we going on the journey.
I want some calls.
You want
I want
some
some people to come.
Finish the journey.
People had to come on the journey with
Call
us.
us,
I want
connect
some
with
callers
us
to
at
come on the journey.
342.
Let me read some
00.
comments, see if we have any WhatsApp voice notes.
Hold
before
on.
We
get another call right
We
here.
have a call.
Caller, you are live on the Youth Voice.
I'm Youth Voice. Good evening.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, caller.
When I was in school, I graduated in Tranquility, and that was in 75.
Right.
Now, there are certain levels of punishment that they used to instill in us, levels, depending on the severity of what happened, So we used to get detention, or the detention idea stay back. You have to do a lot of written lines over and over, right? And if it is at another level, the teachers use a lot of psychology before sparing the rod at the last minute. So there are certain levels of punishment that in terms of discipline that we used to get. It worked for us because a flogging for doing something in severity, it works because it kind of hinders the person from doing it again.
Thank you, caller.
But again, there are certain levels of discipline, so they will carry it up based on the severity of what had been done.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, caller.
Thank you, caller. Thank you, caller, for sharing that. You see what you're talking about? You're talking about the alternative methods of discipline.
Yeah. This is the journey you wanted to take us on.
No, he could stay on the journey.
Continue with your journey.
So what I'm ultimately saying is that discipline is multifaceted and does not have to just come in the form of this severe corporal punishment, right? And then you have people as well carrying out corporal punishment who would have gotten corporal punishment and think that that is the way to go. They get licks, they get beat in the past.
Yeah.
So they say, well, we had a beat in the future too. You understand? Licks spelt one way, licks spelt in the future too.
If you want to draw a comparison, right, between people who get licks and people who did not get licks. Now, obviously, we won't have full statistics on this, right? But in your in your experiences and from what you see, because of stuff that you do, people that you would have talked to or who would have talked to you and these kind of things, people who just get licks, or gotten licks in the past, do they seem to have some sort of effect?
Yes. Yes, there are effects. There's a trauma that comes from that. There's a trauma that comes from
I can only speak from my own situation, you know. It's not like I'm perfect, so maybe some of the things wrong with me is a result of me getting licks, but I do not find so. I do not find so at all. But
let me take a call here, guys.
Go through.
Call you live on Youth Voice.
Hello, good evening.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Now, I'm 61 years, right? And you see the licks you're talking about?
Right.
I used to get that.
Right.
Let me tell you, right now, I regret it. Because you know why? Everything my grandparents taught me, I live to see it happen. You understand?
Kola, could I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So you feel like if the same message couldn't be translated or transmitted in another way besides the licks, or you feel like licks had to happen?
No, you see, that is how it used to be in that time, in my time. Because they used to tell you who don't hear, just feel. You understand me?
Right,
you don't want to sing a game, and they send in the shop and they spit on the ground. You can't go, you can't
dry.
For that guy. So, and I regret it. You understand me? I regret it. But you see your mind, anytime your mind control you, and you can't be a leader, that has happened there.
Okay, thank you, caller.
Thank you, caller.
But what I am saying, right? What I am saying, try to try to understand what you say. Nah, man. Nah, this could never be so, man. Something wrong here. Something wrong here. You see, it can't be like that. Like, honestly, it can't be like that. Let's look at some of our Facebook comments. Keep in mind, garbage in, garbage out there. Social media is a blessing and a curse for the lack of a better world.
Guys, you have a persistent caller here. Let's take this call. Afternoon, caller, you live?
Yeah, man. Blessed evening to the young crew.
Blessed evening.
Blessed evening.
Yes, man. Yeah, only note with corporal punishment for children. The children nowadays, they need to get a little lasher too.
Yes.
No big set of licks for them to call the police.
A balance,
no.
a balance, yeah.
But that is not my topic too much, you know. But I study in them fellas and them we just call the police and set up themselves on the media and threaten the commissioner of police and all kind of thing.
Right.
Them fellas have to wait until the prime minister had to tell them that is a no-no in this time. And I see one threatening the commissioner there and the police yesterday and Alexander see them, they take 15 minutes and 40 seconds to find him. And he had to pay for that kind of chat, you know that is a crime he committed there. They men setting up themselves on social media and the thing what's wrong with them fellas and them.
Well, yeah, because look at what happened with the guy yesterday who made the threats and all kind of thing, and then they catch him and he was forced to apologize.
Is he a doctor?
Well, right.
It take 14 minutes, 40 seconds to find him. After he did that. On the other tape, I think the heck is this. Like, so easy that boy can get and they're setting up themselves.
Yeah.
And this thing with this woman who she like, but she man balling, he traumatized. But he said a woman rushing the police, but wrong with she and she barely buried here.
Oh, shucks. That's the woman who fainted.
Get shoot, yeah.
She
get shoot by
the woman who died.
I can't even understand how she get shoot yet.
Oh.
With that kind of condition, I see she's drama in the police there, but you excited?
Yeah? What you said?
You see how she rushing in the police by
I don't think I saw that video.
If you see this woman rushing in the police, you could have swear she little baby in the car there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thanks, caller.
Thank you.
Thanks, caller.
Caller, thank you so much. Yeah.
You know, still, boy, they lost a human life.
Yeah, it's always sad. It's always sad.
It's a case where another life was about to be brought into the world as well. You know.
Yeah,
let's take one more call here.
With you. You know.
Caller, you're live on the Youth Voice.
Yes, it's me again. I used to teach art, right? But what I noticed is that an area just straying a little away from what you're making, the what you're speaking about. But I really find that the gifting that God has given all of us, that is where our concentration and our career should come from, right? Something that a good teacher would be able to identify that. That's why I used to have an application form and ask them what they really want out of life. And I felt like if government is having a project in the communities, that they should have like forms saying what you want out of life, because there's a lot of people have jobs only to collect salary. They're not enjoying what they're doing, and it's just to get a salary. But God has given everybody a gift, and that gift would be the success of that young person growing up to an elder. So I think they should have questionnaires on what they want. Not everybody's a mason, not everybody's a doctor.
True.
They might have musicians, you might have different people, you know what I mean? So I think in those areas that can solve people from indiscipline and idleness, because they are actually loving what they do.
True.
It can be sports, anything, but it should be a profession. You can't just put a ground in an area and that is it. It's like, how can I earn this from, loving what I do? So it's just that I want to bring to your attention as young people.
True. I think I agree with that. I agree with that. I always wondered why they wait till Form 4 before you decide, before you choose subjects, and then according to the school you go, out of the subjects that you have to choose from is not even something that you might be into. So, but I want to read some Facebook comments, right?
Definitely.
Scroll up a bit. To these Mr. Cummins, right? All I can say to one of the young hosts there on the panel, make sure you move out of the hood before you become a parent. Right, people from the hood need not apply. I remember dating a queen from the hood. She said she cannot put her address on any application for employment, and that is a quite interesting fact, because
is it a reality?
I actually didn't plan on it, I didn't plan on it because honestly, like a lot of the people in my neighborhood who I see would be influencers to my children, I don't want them to be.
Yeah.
Honestly, I do not want. If I have children in my neighborhood, I will keep them inside, and this is what a lot of the. You know what? I won't continue that. But scroll down some more.
I see the next comment here from
Hip Chick. Abuse traumatizes you, not licks.
Yeah.
Kept a whole lot of people out of jails or worse. Now, what I wanted to say earlier on.
Shout out to Hip Chick.
Yes, good afternoon, Hip Chick. So what I wanted to talk about earlier on is that for a little child coming up, which is where the learning stage, the whole learning process takes place, you cannot sit down and reason with them. You cannot sit down and conversate with a little child who do not know what they're doing. What they would respond to is, they know if they go in that corner and take that, they would get licks.
No.
And they would learn not to go in. You cannot tell them, do not go in that corner.
No, but
and when they ask why, you say, and you give a reason why, whatever reason, but that will not register to a little child 2-3 years. They do not care about that. They want to go in that corner, and until they feel some sort of burn, you see, it's that burn of the skin. That is it, nah. It's like why you don't touch fire.
Yeah.
It's almost like why you don't touch fire. That burn of the skin.
And I have to validate this point. It's only necessary.
I telling you, it's the burn of the skin. When you feel that, and you say, nah, boy, nah. We're going back there.
Hold on.
the Lexus do.
You really think you would be as disciplined as you are today in the education that you get if you didn't get the lecture you get?
Think about it.
You see, I wasn't a continuous victim of licks like that.
But at some point, you did.
And then there was a change. Nice. And the change is what developed me into the individual.
The licks brought the change. The licks brought the change.
Wait. Listen to me. What I'm talking about is that there was a change in the discipline methods that were used, and that is what made the difference. Not a change in me. The discipline methods that were used, so things. So it's other ways, other methods, things like taking away certain privileges from a child or something like that, so that they could attain a certain behavior or perform a certain way. You know, so removal of like TV privileges and those kind of things. Removal of your phone. You get your phone take. You learn your lesson fast, especially in the social media age.
I didn't just get my phone take. My phone get mashed up, but it gets smashed on the ground all over. See it broken into so many pieces, and every piece it get broken to. It hurt my heart.
In this day and age,
do
you agree? In this day and age, do you agree that children are smarter than their parents?
That I think children have more access to education and more access.
No, I don't mean like smarter like that, but like when it comes to cunning.
And small, let's take up into that. We're going to return to that thought pattern right after these.
Let's talk on the street. The official station that defends the nation. Get interactive with the Street 919 FM.
All day, every day. See us all live on our Facebook page.
Share and comment on our show.
Like our page.
Chat with our live on-air announcers.
The Street 919's Facebook page.
Live and interactive all day, every day. The Street 919 FM.
Come talk with us.
Tobago is like one big happy family, and in this time of pandemic, our family values have never been stronger. We are stronger together, Tobago, and together, with a name you can depend on, we are moving into the new normal with quality food from Chef and Barbecue.
Chefs and BBQ for the past 30 years have been part of the Tobago household. We are happy to welcome you hot to warm style meals fit for the entire family. Not forget about our $20 breakfast meals. You hear? Welcome home. Tobago Chefs is open to you.
Chef and Barbecue is renowned in Tobago for home-style cooking using the best Tobago has to offer and more. Visit a Chef and Barbecue near you today and get that home-cooked meal you've been missing. Call to order and pick up your meals hot and ready at Chefs and Barbecue. There's no chef like a Tobago chef.
Hey guys, it's Aisha Wells here. Listen up. If you're considering selling or renting your house in Trinidad and Tobago, then call Keelan George with O'Neill's Real Estate Group. He's a good friend of mine and he's been in the business for over 6 years. First, selling real estate in Atlanta, Georgia, and now right here in Trinidad and Tobago. He has a strategic online marketing presence that actually attracts thousands of home buyers and renters. Plus, with his home selling advice and techniques, he's getting homes sold really fast. Keelan will actually guarantee you sell your home, or get this, you can cancel the listing agreement and pay nothing at any time. That's right, you heard me, nothing at any time. Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, people. Check out www.o'neillrealestatetT.com. O'Neill is spelled O-N-E-I-L, or just call Keelan direct at 363-4030. That's 363-4030.
The Ranch at C3 Center and Trinity Mall is back to serve you with the best barbecue in the East and South. Original sauces and value for money. Opening hours Monday to Saturdays 10 a.m. Closing 8 p.m. at C3 Center and 9 p.m. at Trinity Mall. Sundays 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Get your barbecue chicken, lamb, fish, burgers, jerk chicken, chili wings, and a wide variety of sides to choose from. Check us out, The Ranch.
It's time to unfollow 2G speeds. Switch to B-Mobile and enjoy always on 4G LTE. Get a free 30-day trial with 25 gigabyte data, free WhatsApp, free talk, free text, and more. Plus 50% off your next 3 months. Check us online or in store. Paying for 4G and getting 2G? Come test drive always on 4G LTE. Switch to B-Mobile and get a free 30-day trial with 25 gigabyte data, free WhatsApp, free talk, and more. Plus get 50% off your next 3 months. Check us online or in store.
Breakfast set, go! Start with Milo, finish strong. Perform your best all day long. M-I-L-O, Milo. Breakfast set, go Milo. You want to raise a trophy, drinking Milo gets you ready. Fortify your mind and body. It starts with Milo. Start with Milo, finish strong. Perform your best all day long. M-I-L-O, Milo. Breakfast set, go Milo. Start the day right with Milo. Fortified with Active Go for energy release and muscle function. Milo, the energy food drink of champions.
The Gospel of the Kingdom radio program with Gilbert James is now on the Street at 919 FM. Every Sunday from 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. Monday, the Bible says, the Gospel of the Kingdom shall be preached in all the world as a witness to all nations, and then the end shall come. For more info, call 652-0924 or 298-4540 and join us every Sunday from 12 midnight to 5 a.m. Monday for the Gospel of the Kingdom radio program with Gilbert James.
Every child is incredibly intelligent. Parents, reach higher. Be stronger. Join Oliver S. Clark, producer of the IBG line of educational products, right here every Thursday morning at 11:15. Get the genius out of the children. Hear how you can work with the IBG phonic program and see your children learn at least 200 times faster. Remember, IBG guarantees rapid progress for champions to turn this nation around. It's right here on 91.9 FM every Thursday morning at 11:15. For more info, call 336-3896 or 725-READ.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
Here's your opportunity to join Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly and guests as they lead in worship ministries of the Word and Prayer. That's every Sunday at 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. and every Wednesday from 9 p.m. to midnight on the street 919 FM, where we deal with today's issues from a biblical perspective. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. You'll be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Your life and family will never be the same. You are welcome to visit our website, www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org. Like us on Facebook. Your financial support will be greatly appreciated. Church of the Firstborn Assembly, account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank. You can contact us at 753-1113. Come talk with us. Real issues, hard talk, real talk on the street, 919 FM.
Militantly, why then instantly? News report, uncle said him dead in front. Menace from infancy. Real intelligent to make me get fully dancing. And drop the pumpy. Yeah, we living like the narco.
We are back on the Youth Voice, Street 919 FM. People connect with us on our live on Facebook. Street 919 FM on Facebook. Call us, you can connect with us at 342-0081 or 466-5391. We're having some discussions through the ads, and I want to hear the discussion. I want to hear the heat. Small Dread,
right?
Take me on a journey.
Right. So just now we went on a journey and we see why some people who did research find that beating a child is synonymous with slavery. And I want to say, if your child is going in the corner there to take cookies out of the cookie jar, and you tell that child, do not go there, and the child insists that they must go there, and you beat that child and they do not go there again, how is that in any form or fashion slavery or synonymous with slavery or beaten in slavery?
First of all, right, we have to be real cautious with what you're saying there, right? I never said that it was synonymous. I said that is the consequence and the remnants of slavery. So you have to be
so you think,
very clear with that.
So according to these studies, prior to slavery, parents did not beat their children?
If prior to, what's the question? One more time?
According to these studies, if beating your children is a consequence of slavery, prior to slavery, did parents beat their children still?
Well, you have to watch at what was common then, and during the period, that was the commonality, right? You wouldn't know, because I was talking about cultural erasure beforehand. Remember when I was talking about when slaves came into the Caribbean region, they lost a lot of their practices, so it have no connection.
Okay, so we wouldn't know. But what I would want to see is that a master beating a slave to pick more cotton is nothing. Say that in reverse. A parent beating a child not to do something that is wrong is nothing compared to a master beating a slave to pick cotton faster. Because the slave is there against his will. It is not the same thing. It is not, in no way it should be in the same conversation, you know.
But it is in the same conversation.
It shouldn't be.
But there has been years and decades of research into this before you even born.
Years and decades of research is just plainly a certain group of people find that lick shouldn't be, so they go and reach for all different kind of avenues where they could try to validate the point. But any wise-headed person would look at that and say that is nonsense. How could you compare a child getting licks for doing something wrong to a slave being beaten on a plantation field? That is not the same thing. It could never be in the same conversation.
Splex, let me take some calls.
Let me hear what people have to say.
Let's take some calls. Good afternoon, caller live on the Youth Voice.
Gentlemen, good day.
Good afternoon.
If you all do mind ask, what is the old age bracket? Between what and what?
Between 22 to 26.
All right. Now, the book of Proverbs talk about foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, and the rod of correction will drive it far away from him. The same Proverbs tell you, beat him with the rod, for it will not kill him, but it will deliver his soul from hell. Another scripture it states, do not withhold, a man who spares his rod hates his son, but if you have to discipline him promptly. Now, all this is in the scripture. Who would have wrote it or where it came from? I wouldn't know. But I'm going to say this. My last brother, he could be close to 40. Just after a generation, just after him, when they banned corporal punishment in Trinidad, the lawlessness was different, you know. It was different because, listen, when I was going to school, I could not open my mouth to Mr. Daniel, you know, or to Mr. Coombs, you know.
Very correct.
It's some quick go over. And listen, correct. That had you in line.
In check.
The level of mannerism was different. But when they did ban corporal punishment in school, all hell break loose in schools. And history could show you that.
Caller, let me ask you a question, right? You feel all hell break loose because they banned the corporal punishment or because they did not introduce the new measures of discipline into the schools?
I want to agree with you. Also, because they banned it without introducing anything.
Actually, there was the suspension system.
But that was always in place.
Listen, that suspension system
is a waste of time. It's a waste of time.
Waste of time because that child would know, hey, them go get another 2-3 days.
Yeah, and they'll come back, no change.
No, and even sometimes during the suspension, they used to come to school still, but in different clothes, huh?
Yeah. Now listen,
in schools,
today children, all you have to do, take off the internet or take the cell phone. And it's like, listen, like death in front of the face, you know.
Thank you, caller.
I don't know, caller.
Now listen to me. Back a few years ago, when Dr. Rowley talk about parents creating monsters out of children, I agree with him at 150%. My mother, I'll give you a list of them to laugh at here. My mother used to tell us, licks is a tonic, you know. Listen, watch me. You ever get a cocktail just in case?
Nah.
Well, I get cocktail because, listen, my mother going out. She tell me my two brothers, she said, listen, you pick 2, you pick 3, you pick 4. This is for the wrong all you're going and do. My mother studied the book of children. I get a just in case cocktail.
What year was this? What year, caller?
What year? This was back in the 80s.
Back in the 80s? Wow.
Yeah.
It was different back in the 80s. Just in case cocktail.
It was different, but that's why I'm telling you. Yeah. We was properly in check, right?
More than.
And listen, my mother tell me licks is a tonic, and I go to see that. It is.
Wow.
Correct. It is.
After you take your liver oil, you get your licks. Nice.
And listen, but the difference, when my mother called you for a cocktail, now we never used to run it, we used to stand up and take our licks proper. She will explain to you, if I didn't love you, I would not have disciplined you.
And she tell you why.
Did you wrong, you need to be disciplined. If my brother and I fight, she called both of us. She gives both of us a cocktail. When the government break up, and this is one lesson I would never forget. She say, you and your brother, she say, come. She give me a piece, she give my brother a piece. She said, break the stick. We break it. So now we have 2 pieces. She said, hold them together and break it. We broke it. Now we have 4. She said, hold it together and break it. We can't break the 4. She says, that is how you and your brother are supposed to be, not fighting against one another. That is a serious lesson I learned there. And I believe if this corporal punishment was still here up to today, boy, watch me.
Yes, a lot of children
This would have been different.
A lot of those who ran out in that protest, the younger ones, would know not to go anywhere because they know it will have a cocktail waited home for them.
Exactly. And they did that because their parents don't have a hold on them. They don't. And a lot of them too come from single parents. And listen, remember, you as a boy child growing up with a mother, most of your life you learning from a female perspective, not from a man.
Very true.
So it is very imperative for a father to be in the home.
Be in the house, yes. Very true.
My 2 children look at me. They say, Daddy, we don't afraid mommy, you know. Is you afraid?
Yes, yes.
So that right there was a clear indication how it is going on here. Gentlemen, let's listen. Wonderful program.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot for your contributions as well.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what the licks is there. It is needed. It is needed. And let me say something. Let me say something.
We have a comment here. I find it interesting. Big up to Jennifer. Some children get so much licks, so they are the most indisciplined child in the school. Corporal punishment don't work for the children in these times, especially for those who are abused. You can use positive reinforcement. Some parents don't even say anything nice to their children. How many parents start the day with positive words to their children? And that's a big thing.
Well, you see, that is the problem with corporal punishment. A lot of parents will beat their child and beat their child very badly without even telling them what they're getting licks for.
And say negative things.
If it is that your child do something wrong and you say, you did this so and so wrong, so you give them some kind of, some form of licks. You understand? It would be different to, I've had by you. Yeah. You know, you're stupid, you're this, you're that, and you're beating each other.
You know where these ideologies come from? From back on the plantation system. We have to bring it back. It's a reality. It is the same thing that used to happen. The overseer would beat the slaves without explaining to them anything. It would just be licks. Licks just like that.
Listeners on Facebook, tell us, do you think, tell us if you agree with that.
But I'm talking about from a historical point of view. You know, there are lots of studies by lots of scholars.
Shot during protests off the East Park Lane.
Pull on my
at the time.
All right.
Yeah.
Listeners, we apologize for the technical difficulty there. Prezi, as you was talking.
No, that's what I was saying. You have to understand all the historical components and all these things as well were raised in the, even when people like famous I'm gonna call some famous scholars and stuff. People like Kamau Braffett, people like George Beckford, who have done a lot of research within our Caribbean region and our Caribbean context. They have raised all of these things and they link our systems that are in place now back to the plantation economy. Even Professor Sir Hilary Beckles, the Vice Chancellor of UWI, right? He's a historian who talks about all these things as well. So we have all these different scholars who have spoken about and made the linkages between what is happening currently, the methods of discipline, and even all other aspects of our system back to the past and to that plantation system. There's a very for those of you all who are readers, you could look up the paper called The Plantation Economy.
I mean, I want to make a point in support of what Prezi talking about there. Some children, and I was making this point yesterday, boiling back to the individual and the innate characteristics that they're born with, some of them would not take to the licks as I guess, normally as how some of the children will take to it. Some children are born and their chemical balance predisposes them to be already so sensitive. So you find their minds a little bit tender, a little bit vulnerable, such that when the licks is being administered, sometimes the parents can even say positive words, but as the application of the licks alone instills a kind of fear, instills a kind of insecurity within the child. And therefore, during their formative years and the interactions with their peers in school, it can have an impact on their confidence.
Now, taking this, right? Now, look at why it is so important that both parents are in the home. In a single parent household where it's just mommy beating you, Normally, if mommy's because out of the two parents, one parent you'll fear one and you will love one, right?
Yeah.
So if mommy beat you, you run to dad, you run by daddy, you know, and you feel and you get some sort of comfort, or vice versa. If there's nobody there, then you're forced to deal with it alone. And not only that, you're forced to bottle hate inside you, because where that you say don't study it, boy, she don't mean it, whatever. You're just there, so you're saying, boy, I fell for this boy. My mother only beating me. And then mommy for herself, she has her own problems and she's taking it out on you.
Right.
Like, your father leave me. And these kind of things. So all of these is like mental things that are implemented in children through licks, right? But that does not mean that licks itself is the bad thing, and it's the people who are administering it is what makes it bad.
Let me take a couple calls here.
One call.
Caller, you're live on the Youth Voice.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon. Are you hearing me?
Yes. Good afternoon. We're hearing you.
Right.
You're
now,
live.
I just want to go contrary to what was said before about getting licks just in case. I'm a retired teacher. And